Going on, everybody out there? This is my WWE NXT review for April 20th, 2016. Hope you enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it and you get too bored, just turn it off. I won't be offended or care. Anyways, if you watch and I get more than 5 views, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. First up, before I talk about NXT, I thought I'd share some WWE merchandise that I bought today from Walmart. First thing is, she's one of my favorites, Sasha Banks action figure. There it is. Very happy to have it because she's damn good and she's one of my favorites. In wrestling, also one of my favorites is Cesaro action figure. Pretty good deal. I guess it was the best of 2014 action figure, so it's pretty cheap, only $3. And last one, another one of my favorites in the WWE. Sadly, this guy keeps getting injured, and every time he gets a big push, he always seems to get injured and can never catch a break. I hope this guy gets a big push and a WWE World Heavyweight Championship run at least by the end of this year. Or at least in 2017, because his character is great, his promo skills are great, and he's great in the ring. He's a great character. One of my favorites, Bray Wyatt. There's a Bray Wyatt action figure for you. Last piece of merchandise that I bought, I guess it came out yesterday, I think, or last week or yesterday. Anyways, Straight Out of Dudleyville. There it is. Straight Out of Dudleyville DVD. There it is. 3 discs. There it is. So there's my merchandise that I bought today. Anyways, hope some of you enjoyed that. Now, NXT. First, it kicked off with Enzo Amore, Big Cash, one of the greatest, most over tag teams in NXT history, taking on another fan favorite, and probably one of the most over tag teams in NXT history, American Alpha, Jason, Jordan, Chad, Gable. American Alpha, the current NXT tag champions. They are fucking awesome. And Enzo and Cash are doing pretty awesome on the main roster. I believe they're going to be in the finals of the tag title tournament at Payback. So, Enzo and Cash, Gable and Jordan, this was a pretty damn good tag team match. I really enjoyed it because I'm a fan of tag team wrestling. It was great. Enzo had a lock, choke, headlock, locked on most of the match. He's working over grounding American Alpha. Enzo Amore was grounding them. I believe it's called a rear naked choke, or you have a choke and sit down and put the choke on your opponent. I believe it's called rear naked choke or something like that. Sleeper type move. Anyways, very good tag match. I really enjoyed it. And Enzo and Cash came out. They were super over. Got a big time pop at, I believe they were at Access, still WrestleMania Access. Anyways, very good tag match. Jordan came in. The guy was on fire. Pulled the straps down, did his suplexes. The guy was on fire. He was hype as hell. Jason Jordan, Chad Gable win. American Alpha wins. Very good tag match. And I don't think we'll see Enzo and Cash on any more NXT TVs after this, because they're on the main roster for good. Up next, we had a promo from Apollo Crews talking about Samoa Joe. Pretty good promo. It was pretty short. Up next, we had a promo video package of No Way Jose and that annoying theme song. I mean, it's a it's a catchy song, but it's still annoying to me. Anyways, No Way Jose, they show his video package, and then they say No Way Jose is up next. He's going to debut. I forget the guy's real name that's playing the No Way Jose character. I forget his name. He was signed by WWE, I don't know how long ago. They gave him this No Way Jose character. Hopefully it works and gets over. Quit crying cat, please. My cat is crying because it wants to play. Anyways, I hope the No Way Jose character works. The crowd at Access was they were pretty into his character. They did a couple chants that were nice. Anyways, his opponent was a jobber. I forget his name. I'll just say he was a jobber. The guy looked like, to me, he looked like I made a joke on Twitter about Conor McGregor. This guy that was facing No Way Jose, go back, watch NXT from tonight. This guy looked like a broke man's Conor McGregor. The guy looked out of shape, like out of shape Conor McGregor from the UFC. It was pretty damn funny. And there are rumors, Dana White doesn't want Conor McGregor. He won't allow him to fight at UFC 200 just because he doesn't want to be involved in press conferences to hype the event, whatever. I don't get why he wouldn't want to, but he doesn't want to. So Dana White, I guess, is cutting off Conor McGregor, so he won't be fighting in UFC probably for a while. And then there are rumors that Conor McGregor wants to retire from fighting. Maybe he does. Maybe he's sick of it. Maybe he just wants to make as much money as he possibly could so he could leave MMA. It's not a very safe sport where you could do it till you're you can't do it till you're really 40 years old. You really shouldn't do it till you're 40 because it's too dangerous. Anyways, there have been a tiny bit of rumors that Conor McGregor may join the WWE. I don't see that happening this year. If he did, if Conor McGregor did sign with WWE, in my opinion, it would be a big, huge get for the WWE to sign him and to get him in their company. It would be big time for the WWE. It'd be money for them. And for UFC, it wouldn't be money. And supposedly, Conor McGregor, I don't think this had anything to do with, he doesn't want to fight at UFC. He doesn't want to be involved in the post and press conferences to hype the event. He doesn't want to be involved with that. I don't think that's why Dana White took him off UFC 200. I know I'm talking about UFC a lot, but bear with me. I'll be done soon. I heard Conor McGregor asked for $10 million for UFC 200. And UFC is not budging. They are not going to give him $10 million for one fight, win or lose, or draw. Or unanimous decision. I guess that is a draw, if you look at it like that. So UFC is not going to budge and give him $10 million. Should they could afford it. No doubt they could afford it, but should they? Probably not. So I guess because he's not getting his $10 million, Conor McGregor is not going to fight for UFC at UFC 200. Because Conor McGregor knows he's a big draw and the guy is money and pay-per-view buys for the UFC. Stop crying, midget. That's the name of my cat, Midget. Anyways. Conor McGregor's money for MMA, he's money for UFC, but they shouldn't pay him $10 million. That's a little outrageous, in my opinion. Back to NXT. Would I like to see Conor McGregor in WWE? Why not? Why the hell not? I think he'd be entertaining in WWE and in pro wrestling. His character, what he does in UFC is basically a pro wrestling character. The guy cuts promos on his opponents, and it's pretty damn good stuff. Back to NXT. No Way Jose defeats the broke man's Conor McGregor. It was a short match. I mean, No Way Jose did not impress me, but I hope his character gets better. Up next, we had an interview with Austin Aries backstage. It was pretty short, but it was good to hear from him. Then we go to another backstage segment with Elias Sampson and William Regal, the GM of NXT. Regal tells Sampson next week. Regal first says he's been listening to his music, which I don't believe, but maybe he has. I was turning my head to look at the time on the video. Anyways, Regal and nobody on God's green earth would listen to Elias Sampson play music. No way. That would not happen. No way, Jose, that would happen. Anyways, Regal tells Sampson, I loved this. He tells him, you next week are facing Nakamura. I love that. I love that announcement. And Sampson is gonna die. And another person next week is also gonna die. It's a red-headed, all red everything female. So up next, after the Regal tells Sampson he's gonna face Nakamura next week, we have a women's match. Nia Jax comes out first. Nia Jax against Deanna, or I think it's Deanna. I can't say her last name, can't pronounce it. I'll just call her Deanna. Deanna against Nia Jax. Nia Jax does an impressive looking Samoan drop. That was good. Then she had a leg drop. 1, 2, 3, it's over. Nia Jax wins. And I expected Nia to win because why wouldn't she? Up next, Bayley. Backstage interview with Bayley, the former women's champion in NXT. I love Bayley. Big fan of her. If I would have saw a Bayley action figure today, I would have bought it. But maybe I'll buy it online instead because it was not in the stores. It was not in the store I was at. And Walmart had a lot of action figures of WWE superstars, and they had Eva Marie. I was not going to buy Eva Marie, and they had Sasha Banks. That's the only women they had to buy. Of course, I would buy Sasha Banks because she can work. I would not waste, I wouldn't even waste $3 on buying an Eva Marie action figure. So, Bayley interview. Bayley talks about Asuka versus Eva next week. Asuka, I hope, kills her and breaks her arm. I'm talking about not really breaking her arm. I'm just talking about storyline-wise. I hope Asuka injures Eva Marie really bad and they take Eva Marie out on a stretcher to show what type of badass and how dangerous Asuka is. I think that'd be awesome. If they did an injury angle where they would had Asuka take out Eva Marie so she never appears again in NXT. Please, I hope she never appears again on NXT TV or takeovers. Up next, we had the main event. Apollo Crews taking on Samoa Joe. This was pretty damn good. Samoa Joe hit a snap power slam. That was awesome. He's been doing that for years and it's still awesome. Apollo Crews hit his standing moonsault. That was great. And then Samoa Joe locked on his Kakita clutch. Apollo Crews has to tap out. He taps out. Samoa Joe wins. I'm pretty sure Samoa Joe's going to get another NXT title shot against Finn Balor at the next takeover in June. I think it's in June. That's what I heard. The next takeover is in June. So I would guess Samoa Joe versus Balor is probably going to be a gimmick match, like no DQ or a street fight or a cage match, something like that. And I hope Samoa Joe, his third title shot, if he gets a title shot, I hope his third time is a charm. I hope Samoa Joe becomes NXT champion. And then Finn Balor, I'd like to see debut on the main roster before SummerSlam. Hope you enjoyed my NXT review for April 20th, 2016. Hope you enjoyed it. Follow me on Twitter, everybody, at TNA WWE Guy and at NXT WWE Guy. And subscribe to my YouTube channel, please, if you're a big fan of pro wrestling. If you're a fan of WWE, TNA, Ring of Honor, NXT. If you're a fan of the history of wrestling, I got the Year in Wrestling series of videos going back to 1987 when I became a wrestling fan. I started doing Year in Wrestling videos from 87 all the way up till 2011 so far. And I'll do more Year in Wrestling videos until we get up to the end of 2016. Anyways, hope you enjoyed my NXT review. Hope you enjoyed me sharing my merchandise, like this Straight Out Dudleyville DVD, Bray Wyatt, Cesaro figure, and my Sasha Banks figure. Hope you enjoyed that. And my review. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to my YouTube. Bye for now, everybody.